Some connections don't end. They simply never arrive. No one person cannot meet all human needs across time without cost. It can feel possible for a while. During certain seasons, needs overlap. Life feels simple, growth aligns. But total fulfillment by one person is not a stable structure. It's a temporary convergence. Human needs are layered. They shift with age, stress, identity, health, loss, and expansion. Expecting one nervous system to continuously provide safety, intimacy, desire, regulation, meaning, novelty, steadiness, and witness for another evolving human eventually exceeds capacity. When it looks like it's working, one of three things is usually happening. Overlaps exist for now. Some are deferred. Others are quietly absorbed by the self. This isn't dysfunction, it's limitation. What fails isn't love, it's load. What happens when one relationship is asked to carry a human life? Connection is not optional, it is biological. Orientation is required. Recognition matters. Presence must be felt. This is not preference or attachment style. It's nervous system reality. What often goes unnamed is not the need itself, but the container assigned to it. Most people are taught without being told that one relationship should provide emotional safety, intimacy, regulation, meaning, and future continuity. When that expectation collapses, the conclusion becomes personal. Something feels wrong. Attention turns to the bond, then the other person, even the self. Rarely is the structure questioned. One person was never designed to supply the full architecture of another human life. When the system senses insufficiency, it compensates, not through protest, but through adaptation. Desire is reduced. Longing is reframed. Aliveness is deferred. Nothing breaks outwardly. Instead, the internal environment contracts. This is how unmet needs evade recognition. They don't appear as crisis. They emerge as dullness, as low-grade despair, as a quiet sense of living adjacent to oneself. Over time, chronic deprivation produces a more dangerous condition. The system stops imagining a viable future, not because death is desired, but because continuation as structure feels unsustainable. This is not pathology. It is a predictable biological response. People are not meant to live without connection. They are also not meant to disappear inside it. The alternative is not withdrawal, it is distribution. Human needs were never singular. They move through relationships, serve different functions, and take different forms of closeness. No single bond needs to become everything in order to matter. It only needs to be accurate. Responsibility does not require fusion. It requires clarity, availability, absence, mutuality, solitude. Naming reality restores regulation, even when the answer disappoints. Without definition, the system remains mobilized. Life begins organizing around potential instead of presence. That is the trap. This isn't attachment. It isn't desire. It's delay wearing hope's name. Leaving the trap does not demand detachment. It requires perception, seeing where energy is being spent without return, recognizing how waiting has become normalized, noticing which parts of life have been placed on hold. Awareness does not force action. It restores authorship. Needing depth isn't excess. One relationship failing to hold everything isn't failure. You are allowed to stop compressing a full human life into a single channel. Wholeness does not come from being completed. It comes from remaining intact.